Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. Once again, we are continuing our chapter 8 of class 12, that is human health and disease. In our last class, we have completed our immune system and different type of immunity. And today we will start the topic that is immune system of the body. We have studied that how our body, different immune system are able to fight against microorganisms. Here we will study immune systems of the body, means inside our body which parts have a good immune system, which parts constitute the immune system, where are they present, how they able to fight against microorganisms. So students, let's continue our chapter. As we know, the human immune system, which we can say as the human immune system, consists of lymphoid organs, tissue cells and soluble molecules like antibodies. Clear? They are consist of lymphoid organs, tissue cells and organic soluble materials like your antibodies. Students, why they are called as soluble organic matter? Because present inside the living organism and in the blood. Means the antibodies circulated through all along the body through blood. That's why it is called your organic soluble materials. Clear students? So, as you have heard, immune system is unique in the sense that it is recognized the foreign antigens. Our immune system is so unique and different that when we feel some uneasy or when some microorganism or antigen goes into our body, we feel so suffocated and uneasy. How? Suppose if we have a cold, means the virus enters into it. If we have a fever, remember, fever is not a disease. This is just a symptom of any disease. Means when inside our body any microorganisms growth is rapidly occurs, then our body temperature get increased, which we called as fever. But fever, remember, fever is not a disease. This is just this is just symptom of any disease that is happening or growing inside our body. So here students, we can say that how our body able to identify these antibodies. They entered inside our body. We have a special type of mechanism and special immune system. And our immune system is of two types, like primary lymphoid organs, means this is immune system is completed through lymphoid organs, which I have right here. Clear? They are of primary lymphoid organs divided into primary. Students, we are studying about immune system of the body and about lymphoid organs. Lymphoid organs are of two types. One is your primary lymphoid organ and another is your secondary lymphoid organ. Clear students? So primary lymphoid organ is consist of bone marrow. You have heard about bone marrow and thymus. Bone marrow and thymus are called as primary lymphoid organs, and secondary lymphoid organs are many. They are present in different parts of our body. If we start from our top of the part, then tonsils which is present in the neck region. Then your after tonsil, then your patches of small intestine. Then your spleen. Clear? And the next one is your appendix. They are categorized as different type, means primary lymphoid organ and secondary lymphoid organ, which gives like our Indian Army. It has like our defense system, Indian Army, Navy, Air Force, exactly inside our body, an army of proteins work together to eliminate the microorganism or antigen. So they are primarily lymphoid organs, which is bone marrow and thymus, and secondary lymphoid organ, which is your tonsils, paired patches of small intestine, spleen, and appendix. Appendix means which is your vestigial organ nowadays we can say, and this is present in the present in between the small intestine and large intestine. So we will study about these organs in detail. So first let's study about bone marrow and thymus. As we know, bone marrow is the site for producing T lymphocytes. Students, remember T lymphocyte, which is called as helper lymphocyte, helper T lymphocyte and killer T lymphocyte. I have told you. Helper means it helps the B lymphocyte to produce antibodies to fight against disease. Means T lymphocyte directly not involved in the fighting, but it helps the B lymphocyte to fight. And bone marrow provides the micro environment for production of T lymphocytes as well as maturation of T lymphocyte. Means bone marrow provides the micro environment for the production and maturation of T lymphocytes. T lymphocytes. Clear? Thymus is also does the same function. It also, so where it is present? What is thymus? Thymus is a long thread-like structure that is present near the heart and just below the breastbone. Clear? Just below the breastbone and between the hearts or near the hearts. This is long in embryonic stage, and when we get into adult, then it is reduced, and a small pointed like structure present in adult human beings. That the main function is they produce T lymphocytes and send it to different other lymphoid organs for their after maturation for their need, means to fight against the antigens. And they have also another advantage that when any antibody come in contact with this antigens come in contact with these antibodies, they get activated and then they fight and eliminates the antigen. So let's understand. Here I have told you bone marrow and thymus are produce T lymphocytes. Clear? And after production they are migrated to different secondary lymphoid organs like your tonsil. Here I have told you what is bone marrow. Bone marrow contains T lymphocytes which give us immunity. We will study later. I think you have studied in chapter 12 that bone marrow transplantation, if someone loses its immune system, then through bone marrow transplantation we can increase its immunity as it contains T lymphocytes. Then I have told you about thymus. Thymus is a long thread-like structure present near the heart and beneath the breastbone, which is reduced when we get adult. Means its formation of T lymphocyte increased during the early childhood or up to a certain age, and when we get adult, then it is small in size and produce less T lymphocyte, and the lymphocytes produced in the primary lymphoid organs move towards the secondary lymphoid organs and they deposit there, and when any antigen comes there, they sensitive to them and fights with the antigens and tries to eliminate them. So let's understand what is tonsil. Tonsil is found just near the neck region, and this is also provides the micro environment or the environment to catch the antigens. Means if by chance the microorganism enters through our food, then in this region, tonsil region, or through nose, then it kills that microorganism as T lymphocytes are actively present there. Next is your paired patches of small intestine. As we know, if some microorganisms go through food, at last they will go into the small intestine, and in small intestine as secondary lymphoid organs are present, so they also fights with them and eliminates with them and save us and give us a good immunity. Next is your spleen. Spleen is a dark brown color organ present at the left side of the body. This is called as graveyard of RBC. Spleen is called graveyard of RBC. Graveyard means samsan. RBC ka samsan. Graveyard of RBC means As we know, the RBC has a lifespan that is approximately 120 days. So after 120 days, when the RBCs lost their lifespan or when they dies, then where they go? They all deposited on spleen. So spleen works as the graveyard of RBC, as well as it also provides the site for fighting against the antigens as T lymphocytes present here. Next is appendix. As we know, appendix is a vestigial organ. Vestigial organ means useless organ. In past, when we used to take grass, means raw food, then in raw food there is a large amount of cellulosic materials are present. So for digestion of cellulose, appendix was present. But when we start eating cooked food, then gradually the appendix get reduced. But still it is present in our body because to give us immunity or it fight against the antigens. Instead of these lymphoid organs, means primary lymphoid organ and secondary lymphoid organ, how they give us immunity or how our body get more and more immune, or we can able to eliminate any disease causing microorganism. Instead of this, another system is found in our body which also gives a great immunity to our body, that is called your MALT. M-A-L-T. MALT means mucosal associated lymphoid tissue. Means inside our body, some organs are like your respiratory tract, digestive tract, urogenital or urinogenital, we can say it as urinogenital or urogenital tract, have some mucus, and they have the ability to trap the microorganism when they go into our body, either through respiration or through the internal organs like your urogenital tract. Next means through food, through air or through any other medium. Then these mucosal associated tissues trap the microorganism. Remember, they constitute 50% of our immune system. This will come in 1 mark question. Write the full form of MALT and write one function of it. MALT is mucosal associated lymphoid tissue, and 50%, remember students, 50% of the lymphoid tissues in human body is constituted by MALT. 50% of immune system is constituted by this MALT, means mucosal associated lymphoid tissue. Clear students? So for today this is all about your immune system in our body. Next we will study about AIDS.